Greetings everyone. Today I would like to continue my random talk about the random stuff. This evening I happen to be not busy, not sleepy, and I would like to make a video. So I would like to continue where I left. In my previous video I talked about this Dorje Shugden worshipper who claims that this Tibetan god Dorje Shugden is going to save us all, provide us with what we need and guide us, something like that. But today I would like to claim that something mainstream is going to save us, something like that. So it's something obvious, like in this prayer banner or good luck banner, we have phoenix or Garuda, this dragon, tiger, and lion. There's nothing special about the tiger and lion. This is just a tiger and lion. But there's something special about the dragon and Garuda, because these are the mythical creatures. So I noticed that he had, this dragon painted on his, this wall. This is kind of sad for a Mongolian, because dragon usually represents the Middle Kingdom or the China. This Garuda with the horns represent Mongolia, and the tiger is Korea, and this snow line is Tibet. So if you want to express yourself for Mongolians, you do not put this dragon. You should put a Garuda, this on your wall, something like that. I did, this make, this image of Garuda. I will put the image in the description below. I wonder if you can see or not. So I can claim that the spirit of dragon may save China, or the spirit of this snow lion may save Tibet. But in the case of Mongolia, Garuda with the horns is going to save Mongolia. This is very simple. So this is something, this mainstream, mainstream. In order to understand, this Garuda, why we half Mongolians so this respect it, or why we this put this creature as our totem creature, you must understand what this creature symbolizes. This creature symbolizes something. I mean, this is not this how to say, just a mythical creature. This is just this. It's like a written word. It has a meaning. It has some symbolism, something like that. So since I'm talking for the Westerners, I guess I'll use this tarot card in order to make it things more this easy. This says the world. So world is seems to be Mother Earth. This woman, and there is a bull, human, and eagle and lion. So they claim that these things symbolize, this earth. And like this, this Mongolian good luck or prayer. In this banner, there's 4 strong beasts and a wheel of fortune. In a tarot card, you have this man, eagle, bull, and lion, and wheel of fortune with the snake, and I guess this is the Egyptian god of death, Seth, something like that. So Garuda is Mongolian Garuda is something like this. This creature, this controls the wheel of fortune. We believe something like that. So, in order to create Garuda, you need human-like body. So there must be a human, and our Garuda has a horns. It means there must be bull, and Garuda is obviously this big, this eagle. So there is eagle, and we do not care about the lion because lion is something distant, like an elephant. Lion may be something from a Middle East or India or Africa. So we usually do not care about the lion. So the fourth creature is, this snake. So you have a big human, this shaped bird with the horns that grabs a snake. So these four creatures, these creatures are combined in an image of Garuda. And one can say it's a TETRAMORPH. I will put in description below what is a TETRAMORPH, the wiki page. So, what this like these creatures this symbolize? Obviously, why this? How we are going to live a happy lives? Like in the previous video, if you have water, plants, and animals, or this wish fulfilling this manas, you should live this good life. Or there must not be any, this bad, this how to say, like climate change, or this bad weather, something like that. So weather is usually controlled by wind. Wind can be a bird. There can be this water. There's a lot of this rain and stuff. So water can be like snake, and of course there must be earth, and there must be fire. So we usually talk about these five elements like water, earth, this fire, and air, and wood. But among these, these five elements, wood is weak. Wood is not weak, and this is strong. So there's a fourth strong element, which is air, earth, fire, and water. These are very strong. So Garuda is the combination of these four strong elements. So so it's like this with these four elements, this in a balance, some balance. Things should be, the weather should be like okay, something like that. So the balance is this describe it as this eagle is like capturing the water, or this snake. This is seen as this earthly balance. So snake is like bad, bird is like good, and this good is capturing the bad, or like it's birds capturing the poisonous insects, something like that. So my claim is simple, that it's not a Dorje Shugden, but Garuda is going to protect us, provide us, and etc. So it may sound a little bit, this mainstream. So this, this Dorje Shugden worshipper also talked about the communism, and how it was horrible towards the religion, something like that. I must claim that communism itself was somewhat divine. Yeah, it seemed like this some god made it like happen, something like that. You must know that Mongolians think that the morning, the sun ray is a holy. So morning sun ray is called Uring Gege. Gege. It's a sun ray. So from this word Gege, there is this term holy man. Gegenting. Gegenting. Gegenting is a holy man. So the holy man here in Mongolia is basically morning sun ray man, something like that. So when you look at this communist, these emblems, you will see that there is this this sun is rising. So there is the sun and sun is rising. I guess it is because these Russians also this this on old times used to like this sun, and this when this how to say it is believed that when you see this morning sun ray in a special day, you are energized with good luck, something like that. So it seemed all this symbolism in communism, etc., like a hammer and this crop, everything seems to be so, how to say, right. There is something, you cannot claim that this is like evil. They are not using a human skull or this some fire, scary stuff. All seems to be like good. So in outside it looked like a good, but there was some problem with the communism. It was Russian. It was a Russian stuff, and Russians this conquered under the name of this communism and stuff. No one they said a word when this Russians come and dug up these ancient graves, and we still don't know where is the this body of our great queen Manducha. There is rumors that the Russians came and this dug her up, and there was some this jewelries, and she had a big stone on her inside her mouth, etc., etc. But we still don't know where is her body, because this some of the these bodies of our these nobles, etc., etc., were dug up and sent to Russia, I guess. And I guess the most bad thing about the communism was about how they manage the economy. If this communism had a chance like last for several hundred years, it should have this had some free economy, strong economy, something like that. But too much this government management made this economy this weaker and weaker. And I was born in the end of the communism, where you had no bread in the city, so I moved in the countryside. And as far as I know, that in the end of communism here in Mongolia, the religion was quite free. I mean, my grandfather used to like chant, and this people used to gather this to give thanks to the Allah, and everything seems to be this free until this long before this democracy of 1990s. So I have this like this Russian book called Political Economics, and there is like a big strong title saying соревнование двух мировых систем хозяйства и неизбежность победы коммунизма в всемирном масштабе. It means the competition of the two types of this economy, world economy. It might, I guess, this some capitalist and communist, something like that, and the future victory of communist economy, something like that. So they are claiming that in the future the communist economy is going to win. So at the time it was seemed this true, or it's like this claim that this is going to happen in the future, but we do not know the future. So this was a complete lie, and we all know that the communist, this economy collapsed. Like this, I'm not sure if the Garuda is going to save us all, or this Dorje Shugden is going to save us all. The idea is that you are free to choose whatever you want to worship, and you also have to be have some freedom in the economy in order to your country succeed. So I like to have these low taxes and more freedom of trade, something like that. Well, I guess that's pretty much for today, and thanks for watching.